What is going on, everybody? It's already been a month since the last collection thing, and I didn't do any uploads. I've been working on. I was working on a Grand Theft Auto 4 one, and then we get into our first pickup. I bought a Switch 2, so I've actually been playing Switch 2 instead of the PS3, if you can believe it or not. This box is empty, right? Yeah, probably. That's empty. It's been set up for like a week. So I've been starting on like the next game, and then this past month has just been crazy with work. I go in at like 7 a.m. and I've been there until like 4 to almost 7 p.m. In that time frame almost every day. So I just haven't had the time to play games or the energy to play games or record really. Except for a little bit of Switch 2. I got it last week, and I think I've only played it like 5 times. Some of the times are multiple times in the same day, mind you. Yeah, I've only really gotten to dig into Mario Kart World, and I've been playing... Oh, I can't say. Yeah, the other one's a review. It's Metroid Prime Remastered. Fuck it, I'll say it. Working on that right now, having a blast. Spoiler. Fuck it, just ruined the whole video. Anyway, we're here for a collection. Yeah, first pickup was the Switch 2. I pulled the box back up, but I threw it. Hopefully that didn't have my order pickup stuff all on it in the camera review. Anyways, next up is stuff I didn't buy, but some stuff from my childhood that I asked my mom if we still had, and we did. Been watching a lot of The Simpsons, so obviously my favorite show of all time, as I may have stated before. So I had to pick these up. Christmas special, the very first episode of The Simpsons, and it's an Emmy consideration VHS tape, so not sold to the general public, featuring Viva Ned Flanders, which is the episode where Homer and Flanders go to Vegas and marry some, I don't know if they're prostitutes or not, but yeah, and I can't remember what the second episode is, but I do remember watching this. Yeah, I love The Simpsons, so had to ask her if we still had these. Christmas special's seen some better days, but fuck it, you know. It is what it is. I'm not looking to sell them. I'm just looking for little display things, even though I don't have a VCR. You can't see it, but I have the 8 Mile VHS tape up there, and I have South Park up there. So I don't really have very many VHS tapes. So they're really just to collection purposes, to display. Alright, getting into stuff that I bought. First thing is the Hunger Games Steelbook set. As some of you may know, Amazon got a really weird restock of these on 4K for like $40. It's all 4 movies, minus the newer one, Song of the Songbirds, whatever the fuck that thing is. All 4 movies on 4K in Steelbook, and a nice little collection tin like this. The awesome thing about these things is actually the back of the Steelbook. If you put them all together in a specific way, it makes a little map, and it's super really cool actually. And all of the steels on the front have some amazing artwork as well. They're all kind of in this thing, so you can't really tell. Who the fuck is driving like that at 6 p.m., bro? But yeah, super happy to get this for $40. When I sell the digital and my Blu-ray collection, it'll be even cheaper, probably like $15 to upgrade to that. So yeah, next up is a movie I enjoyed, controversially, the Minecraft movie. I wasn't going to buy this steelbook until I watched the movie, and Jason Momoa in this is just fucking hilarious. So I absolutely had to pick this up. Haven't rewatched it because, we just watched it, but yeah, glad to have it. Not particularly a huge fan of the game, but, next up, thrift store find. Both of those were through Amazon. But this was through a thrift store. Fault in Your Stars Blu-ray. It was $1. I don't know if you can see that tag. I didn't really get this to watch. I got it because, check it out, it has some wristbands for my girlfriend, so I just bought that to get her the wristbands and to put this in this video, and it's probably going to get sold now because I don't really need this physically. I haven't seen it, but I can't imagine that I'm going to need this for multiple viewings. It was really just a gift for her. Next up is a movie I have a story with because I actually watched it and I forgot I got to this month. Skinamarink. Holy fuck. Yeah, so let's see. This was about 3 weeks ago. I had the house to myself for the night. Didn't have work the next day, so I was like, fuck it. Popped an edible, waited for it to kick in, and put this in. Pitch black in my house. It's about midnight. I turned all the lights off, closed all the doors and all of that, and holy fuck, I was in tears crying. It was fucking terrifying. It was one of the craziest viewing experiences I've ever had in my lifetime. Even though the movie is absolutely fucking dog shit, technically, it was still one of the coolest experiences to watch a movie that I've had in most of my life. And I ended up giving it a 9 out of 10 just for the experience. Dog shit movie, though. I can't imagine I'll ever watch this again unless I want to try and recapture that moment, but that might just be impossible. Also, Shudder. I see you guys. You guys are doing fucking phenomenal work. I've been sleeping on them. Late Night with the Devil last year was also amazing. Bunch of other stuff. I can't think of it all, but that was absolutely amazing. Speaking of Shudder, I haven't watched this yet, but Deadstream. I actually picked this up after watching Skinamarink, I think. This was through eBay, I believe, as well was Skinamarink. No, this was through Amazon, actually. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I saw Shudder and I was like, fuck it, yeah, I'm buying this. Skinamarink I got through eBay for like $8 through a seller I was already buying in bulk from. So, yeah, and then this I picked up on Amazon. Super excited to watch this. Haven't watched this yet. Possibly this weekend. I think I'm going to watch it with my girlfriend, so I don't know. She has to work in the morning on Saturday, and I'm off on Saturday, so yeah, kind of sucks. Next up, a PS2 game from a thrift store. Wow. Not very often you'll see me buying something in a case like this, whatever the fuck this is ever was or is supposed to be. But Medal of Honor Rising Sun for the PS2. I picked it up for $3. I think it's a local thrift store. I can't remember which one I picked it up at. I think I'm heading there again this weekend, possibly. So, yeah, I typically don't buy this, but I really don't give a fuck about Medal of Honor or its case. I'm really okay just paying the $3 at this point. You can't find a lot of games for that kind of price, and this was in great condition, so I was like, fuck it, I'll go and pick it up. Next up at that same thrift store, for $2.50 apparently, Little Bush, President of the United States, resident of the United States, sorry, can't say president, uncensored. Haven't seen this. I'm pretty sure there's a season 2, I'll have to double check. But I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go ahead and get this to see it. I just downloaded a TV show review app, so this is perfect, actually. I can't wait to watch it now. But yeah, I had to pick that up for $2.50. Possibly a complete series, I don't know. I'll have to check in deeper than that. I can't remember if we got a season 2 or not, but regardless, even if it did, it's half a season. I'm sure I can find the other half of the series, if there is any, by other means. Next up, a PS3 game. Not a series I have watched any movies of, but 007 Quantum of Solace. I saw this and it was $6. Same guy I got this Medal of Honor from. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to check that out. That sounds kind of interesting. Graphics look dated. One of the special things here is you can take cover in this first-person game. Oh boy. Yeah, that was, what, $6? This I picked up at a different thrift store. Okay, I thought I got more stuff in there. This one I know was for sure not local, but I got Mary Madagascar. It was only 50 cents. I love these little, I almost said Madagascar. I do like Madagascar movies, but I like these little Christmas specials that they did a lot of in the 2000s that we just really don't see as much of now. I can't say that they're non-existent, because what the fuck do I know? But I do have a nice little collection up there of like some random Christmas DVDs that were like fucking Cartoon Network, you know, Grandma got ran over by a reindeer, that type of bullshit, you know. So I've been wanting to see this. It's on my Letterboxd watch list, so 50 cents. Yeah, picked it up. And at that same thrift store in a different booth, Jay and Silent Bob Reboot library copy. Oh boy, I don't know if this is a library that closed or if he just buys their movies. Because sometimes libraries sell movies. I did say libraries, not libraries. I just ran that back in my head and thought that sounded weird. But yeah, some libraries that I have been to, I've been able to buy things from, and they just don't even really require something. They just say donation requested, but not necessary. And I've given them like a buck a DVD or a buck a Blu-ray. I think I picked up a Superman, one of those DC animated movies, Superman, through them. Got it for like $1. You know, just stuff that I would want, but not I wouldn't pick up for like a heavier price. Something I would be okay watching digitally. You know, but this guy had one of the best prices I had found on this movie. I paid $3 for this. Other places, locally, were like $6 for a used copy. And this is like an older movie, so I was like, do I want to pay $6 just to have this physically? So I almost got this during last month's haul. Put it back, and then I was like, oh shit, we're here again. Let me check and see if he still has it. He did, so I was like, fuck it, we'll go ahead and pick it up. In a different booth, I got a couple of stand-ups. Big stand-up fan. Got a Dave Chappelle. Which one is this? Live at the Fillmore. For what it's worth, I don't know if I've seen this one or not. Honestly, I have no idea. I just picked it up. I was like, Dave Chappelle stand-up. Yep, fuck it. That's going in the collection. $2. That's fine. My rule for stand-ups is it's either got to be somebody I've heard of or it's got to be like a couple bucks. Nothing I'm gonna spend $5 to $10 on. Not like my concert DVDs where I grab a little bit of people I'm not as familiar with, but it's like fuck it, it's a concert, it's cool. You don't get any of those concert DVDs anymore, sadly. So if I see somebody I'm like, oh cool, I fuck with them, then I'll pick it up, even if it's just like a song or two. Next up is another stand-up. I don't know if I got a concert actually. That kind of sounded like I was saying that I got a concert. I don't know that for sure. But no, Mike Epps, live from Club Nokia. Yeah, it's $1. Fuck it, I'll watch it for $1. I can't say that I know that Mike Epps is a particularly funny stand-up comedian, like I know that Dave Chappelle is, but for $1, I can find out, I suppose. This is the game I thought I got earlier that I was looking for. Medal of Honor Vanguard. I don't have a receipt in here. It's a greatest hits disc in a regular case. Isn't that really just the best of both worlds right there? Not that I imagine that this has much to offer in its greatest hits, but yeah, I think this was like $2, maybe $5 at most. Yeah, probably $5 at most. Just wanted to check it out, want to see what it's about. Sometimes I was like, oh my god, I did get a fucking concert. I did get a concert. This was from Dollar General that we randomly stopped in, and I was just looking through their physical media, and I saw a fucking Owl City concert. I was like, fuck it, I'll watch it with my girlfriend. How much did I pay for this bad boy? $3.16. Got old fucking Austin 316 out here. Yo, hell yeah. Yeah, Owl City, huh? Like fireflies. That doesn't go next. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, this is through Grub. Okay, I didn't fucking remember where I got this from. Grub had a pretty nice Father's Day sale, I want to say. Realized I hadn't had this in the collection. It's a classic from my childhood, before my time, but it's something I watched regularly throughout my childhood. Not as much as Batman, but Superman, the animated series. Tons of good stuff in this series, actually. I'm not a huge Superman fan. Quite honestly, I've just now started watching the Christopher Reeve, movies, and I'm enjoying them a lot. There's a review coming for that. I've only watched the first two. I was gonna watch like Christopher Reeve Superman 1 all the way through Man of Steel, but July 11th is quickly approaching, and I've only watched the first two fucking movies. That video might get cut down to just those two movies because I don't know if I have the desire to watch Superman 3 anytime soon, or 4, The Quest for Peace. I do, however, want to watch Superman Returns and Man of Steel, so I might do, just those two, skip those two shitty ones that nobody gives a fuck about, and then I'll watch those for my own amusement, where you can find my review on Letterboxd if you so wish to follow. Depending on your taste, I will follow you back. Yeah, and then I might just do another video sometime, maybe when Supergirl comes out, and watch the other two Superman movies, and not the Supergirl movie. I don't know why the fuck I forgot that there was a movie about Supergirl already. But yeah, Superman Animated Series 6-disc Collector's Edition on Blu-ray. I'm surprised it took 6 discs still. Surely one of these is like, no. Wow, all 6 discs to use episodes, huh? Digital code was expired. Fuck you, Warner Brothers. If you guys aren't familiar with the digital game, I have a huge Voodoo library as well, like with thousands upon thousands of movies and hundreds of shows, in addition to my physical media. But if you aren't familiar, the digital codes, I either sell them or redeem them if they're new. And a lot of the WB older titles, codes expired. Luckily, I did have this digitally already, but I wanted the physical copy. Paid like $12, I'm pretty sure, with code signup20. So yeah, absolutely had to. And that's not the only thing that I had picked up on that Father's Day sale. I also took the opportunity to finally get the 66 Batman series with Adam West on Blu-ray. This is typically a very expensive set. Gruv had it on sale, and on top of stacking the 20% off, absolutely had to pick it up. If I'm not a lazy piece of shit, then I'll say how much it was, but I honestly can't remember. I'm pretty sure this order in total was like 30 something bucks. So, and this was like $12.50, so this wasn't that much more, honestly. Yeah, let's see here. Next up is one more pre-order I had through Amazon. Came out earlier this year, Anime The Colors Within. This movie was just fine. I don't think it was as good as the previous movie that the director had made, which I believe, I can't fucking see it. I'm going to turn around. A Silent Voice. I believe this is the same director. If it's not, that's going to be... I can fucking... Jesus Christ, I'm an idiot. It says on the bottom, yeah, Silent Voice. Fuck me, dude. This movie is still solid, though. I'd recommend checking it out. I did get a chance to see it in theaters when it came out. I thought it was going to be a limited release, so I saw it in IMAX, because I thought it was going to be like a one-night only type thing, but then it got another release just in standard theaters after the fact, so I had to see an IMAX at least. I guess that's cool. I doubt that the Blu-ray has any of those IMAX shots, but, you know. Next up is stuff that was supposed to arrive last month that I had ordered but just didn't get here in time for when I recorded the last month haul. I got this all through an eBay seller who sold me this in a lot, as well as the Skinamarink Steelbook. Don't know what. I think that was just higher up because I had watched the movie, but yeah. These were old Walmart exclusive horror Steelbooks, starting with Texas Chainsaw. It was like $40 for all of these, and the seller accidentally sent me 2 of one instead of this one, so I had to message her about that. She told me I could keep the other one. It was fine. So we got it all worked out. She was a great seller. She has some other stuff I'm looking to buy later on, maybe not right now because I spent a lot of fucking money on that Switch too. But yeah, Leatherface. Haven't seen that. I've only seen the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Hot take, was not a fan. So, sorry about that. Can hear the dislikes now. Next up, a movie I hadn't seen. It was just in the lot. Little Monsters with Howie Mandel. I believe he's the monster. My uncle swears by this movie. It'd be funny if that's fucking Howie Mandel. And I said, pretty sure that's... I have no fucking idea. I haven't seen the movie, so I really don't know. But Howie Mandel's like fucking 60, so... I don't imagine he was a child 40 years ago, you know? Next up is... Sinister. These are all unrated cuts, by the way, and I have not seen any of these movies, but horror steelbooks, I'm a sucker for them, and I'm gonna probably fucking watch any horror, any of these ones. I will probably watch any of these ones. I need to fucking watch what I say, because there's a lot of ones I won't watch, actually. Hannibal Rising, I haven't seen any of these movies, so I can't really say much about them. Cool thing about it is they have like some quotes on the back. I've come to collect a head, Hannibal Lecter. Okay. This is the remake. Oh shit! Scratch the fuck out of that. Okay, cool. The remake, 2010 remake of I Spit on Your Grave. Also, yeah, it's fine. If I don't think I scratched it. It's fine though. I don't buy things to resell them. I buy things because I want them and I will watch them. And if I don't like them, then I will sell them. But that's not ever my intention when I buy something. Why is this fucking orange and a lot of these are red? Why are some of these... What? That doesn't make any sense. Wolf Creek is orange for some reason. Yeah, don't know anything about this movie. Is this connected to a franchise or what? Honestly, got this just mainly because I wanted to watch this last one, You're Next, which got a fucking 4K Steelbook announcement after I'd ordered this. It's through Lionsgate Limited though, so I'm not paying for that. I did for Kill Bill 1 and 2, but that was it. Who was parking a bus outside at this hour? You got the fucking senior citizens coming home for dinner? I don't live in a senior citizen's home. Don't think that. Anyways, okay, last thing we got here for this month's haul, Anyone But You. Yeah, I saw this twice in theaters when it came out with my girlfriend. Loved it. Rewatched it recently digitally, and I was like, you know what? I like to have that, so I got a bit of a good deal on it. For some reason, this is an expensive Blu-ray, and I paid $9, and that is the best deal that you can find on this right now. I can't imagine this got a huge print run, so, you know, it's kind of like, you can buy it at this price, or good luck finding it at a used place, because most of them don't have titles that were released after 2023 anymore. Remember when you can go to your local used game or movie store, and they'd have stuff that came out just a month or two ago, physically? I do. Good old 2022, 2021, somewhere around there. Yeah. Not anymore though. I've only seen this at my local place once, and it was like $9 there too. And this was brand new sealed. I opened it, got sold the digital, all that. So yeah. Yeah. So that's really it for right now. I want to do a series called Movie Club. I kind of introduced it last month in the last episode, but I kind of want to do like its own dedicated video. But just in case I don't, because I'm a fucking idiot who doesn't do shit sometimes when I'm supposed to, I was going to say, go see F1 while it's in theaters with Brad Pitt, because holy fuck, that's going to be the second best movie of the year. It's like, here's Sinners, here's F1. It's below it, sure, but they're both contenders for movie of the year so far. I gave them both 9 so far, which out of the last 3 years of me being a very active A-list member, I've only given one movie a 10, and then I've given quite a few 9s, but Bike Riders from last year was the 10, by the way. And F1 is one of those 9s. I made a new list on my Letterboxd specifically because of this movie called The Best of the 2020s. This is going to go down as one of the best of the decade, I think. If you can, see it in your Dolby Cinema. If you want to, see it in IMAX. I don't fuck with IMAX like that. I personally prefer Dolby. But just go see the fucking movie. If you ever see it in standard, it's not going to get a 4K release. It'll get a Blu-ray, but that's not going to do it the justice it deserves. Go fucking see this movie in theaters right now, please. If you have the time, if you have the resources, the money, the person to watch your kids, whatever the fuck it is, please make your way to see F1. It's a 3-hour movie. It's a commitment, but it's damn good. But yeah, that's about it from me. I'm going to do the plugs here. The Letterboxd, the Dropkicked, and I just downloaded a new app, rating TV shows. You can go ahead and follow me there too if you like. What the fuck's it called? I'm not stalling. I genuinely don't know what in the hell it's actually called. And it is called Serialized. There will be a screenshot of my name on there too coming up. So go ahead and follow me on all of those. Last month I said I was going to do a review of the Lil Wayne album. It fucking sucked. There you go. Yeah, have a good one, guys.